And we're off. High jump boots to the right. Good. Gwen making good use of those wall jump checks. And nice quick drops through the crumbles. So we can reach the items in the left sand pit, but they're harder to reach and also more likely to kill you and the Eaver is more likely to kill you when you leave. But if there's a tank in the left sand pit and a super, that can be extremely valuable. If there's not a tank and there's not a super, you just reset. There's guaranteed to be a super somewhere in the right sandpit. Ooh. Gwen doing an Alcatraz to get that item. It's a super, so Gwen could get out if Gwen could get past the Eaver. But the Eaver is very hard to dodge. Bam is collecting his super, so as soon as he is able to get past the Eaver, he will be out of Meridia. Curious to see what the other item in this pit is, but looks like Bam is not going to pick it up. Not even going to look at it. Ooh, and there's the first Eaver death. This start location is sudden death start location. This is going to happen a few times. Oh, the other item is a reserve tank. That would be extremely useful if you could pick it up. Except you can't fill it up, so I guess it doesn't actually help. Looks like Gwen is getting out on her first try. Good job, Gwen. Left sand pit contains one super and nothing else. The main feature of this mode is all of the extremely difficult tricks are in logic. So and a few items are going to be missing. There is no screw attack. There is no plasma beam. There is probably no Varia. Well, or probably no gravity. At least one suit will be missing. Possibly both. The reserve tank that they saw at the right sandpit is out of logic. There are a few people who are able to collect it anyway, using a underwater wall jump against that ledge. Blue Plasma Spark, who is also in this tourney, is able to do it. Let's see what this super missile gets us down at high jump boots. Ooh, early power bombs is a very comforting thing to see. Early power bombs and early missiles, which means we can go straight into Kraid after this. Gwen is peeking at the crumble shaft item. I'm not sure what would make them actually pick it up, since on 99 energy it can be very hard to get back out. Going to try to collect those power bombs. Okay. Or just reset out of it. Bam did a jump just before hitting the door transition to have upward momentum after the transition, which dodged the Ether shot, and it looks like Bam is going to get out. Just have to not land in the sand in this final room. Like that. The helpful thing to do there is to release left and press angle to cancel your momentum over each of the pillars, so that you fall straight down, land on the pillar, and move on. Sorry, Gwen, nothing at Ice Beam. Gwen heading into Kraid's lair. Let's see how Gwen does on this Kraid quick kill. Nope. Kraid is going to stand up today. And with only 2 supers, Gwen is going to have to farm a bit to actually finish Kraid off. And Kojak both of the supers. Super drop from a claw is extremely rare. That's lucky. Ooh, 29 energy is pretty low. And Big Energy was all the way over there on the spikes. Hard to get to and back without taking more energy than it gets you. And Praid is finally dead. He probably only has nothing or ammo. Yeah, another power bomb. Badatmetroid is finally leaving Meridia. And yes, those crabs would also instantly kill. This is why Meridia is not the best star location, but it's also not the worst. Super Missile does 300 damage, and a missile is 100 damage, so yes, that is 3 times. With these super missiles, Gwen can go up and check Spazer, but chooses not to? Oh, remember just in time. Bam has apparently decided not to go check High Jump, which could be a problem if that's where the first power bombs are. Gwen wisely taking the refill before heading up Red Tower. If Bam goes left into Green Hill, they can collect items and come back, but they'll have to do a gate glitch. Gwen has power bombs, so could go up to Red Tower and collect all the items. The red door at X-Ray is a missile door. The door that we actually saw was a power bomb door. Bam finds missiles in the pipe. He still really needs to find power bombs. Super's above charge. This is getting worse. Still has the other free item here and the 5 items at early supers and Terminator. So 7 chances to find power bombs. Nothing here. Is Bam going to fight Spore Spawn? Oh wait. Bam is... yeah. Bam can't get to early supers because he has no bombs. Meanwhile, Gwen has backdoored into Spore Spawn and will show us the item before Bam reaches it. It's just a missile pack, so Bam is going to lose time here. Ah. So the question about the odd door colors, Metroid is using the colorblind door colors patch, which changes the colors of all the doors to something easier for colorblind people to tell apart. High jump boots makes the wave gate glitch very easy for Gwen. And it's a Spazer beam. Spazer is not guaranteed to exist, so picking up is a nice damage boost. Now Bam will go up there and go find the missile behind Spore Spawn and be very disappointed in the reset. So Bam now needs to leave Big Pink, because there are no more items here. And we'll probably go up Red Tower and be able to check one item there, and then be at landing site, which is going to be past a powerbomb door. So hopefully Morph or Alpha Missiles or Retro Brin Tank will have powerbombs for Bam. Otherwise, he will be forced to travel all the way back to Norfair to pick up powerbombs at high jump boots. Bam's Morph Ball sprite is a Stoke. This is an enemy that exists in the game data, but was never actually used. Gwen finds a whole lot of nothing at early supers. Ah, good. Badatmetroid is heading down Red Tower first, instead of heading up, because up would lead to a soft lock. Gwen deciding to save before risking the dangers of Edecuns, which is reasonable. Those spikes do 16 damage, so good 7 spike hits and you're dead. And the B-Toms just did 40 damage. Ouch. Nice mothball in. Super the door. Show that door what's up. The bugs here do 20 damage. Ooh. Powerbomb strats are pretty safe. You kill everything nearby. You can move forward and lay another. Don't stand on the bugs. Nothing down here. Just the missile pack behind the super door. So resetting out to get back any power bombs that were used in the process. So Green Grin is Spazer and some ammo. The Spazer will be nice. The ammo is also nice to have. Likely criteria will be similar. lots of ammo, no energy tanks. And then we'll be licking a wrecked ship, Fantoon, with no suit, and probably no tanks. In the first 15 minutes, we had not the best start location, which led to badatmetroid dying to Evers a bunch of times. Gwen, however, was able to get out on the first try. We've got a super and a missile pack at the back of Gauntlet. That super will be very helpful to Gwen. There are only 12 super packs in the seed, so Gwen will probably want to pick up all of them. In the long-term planning for these seeds, you have to assume you're not going to have Varia for Lower Norfair. So you want to have enough supers that you can go through Lower Norfair, Crystal Flash a couple of times, kill Ridley, and get out without having to spend too long farming supers. Oh, a free Ice Beam at Bomb Toriso. That is a very good thing to see, because that means that there's no suitless Crystal Flash clip to reach Batwoon. Majors and minors are mixed. Majors can be anywhere, minors can be anywhere. Now, the downside of finding that Ice Beam is now we're unlikely to see Grapple for Everest, and also kind of unlikely to see Spring Ball. We could very easily end up using the ice to climb up Everest. Nothing at 2:30. Badatmetroid has finished his grade. He's leaving now. Fight the B-Toms and get his power bombs back before heading up Red Tower. We'll see whether he decides to go back to Big Pink or if he decides to go up to Alpha PBs. Gwen is deciding to peek at the Climb Supers item. Hopefully this is nothing, because if it's something, you don't want to come back for it. It's nothing. We'll never come back to Climb Supers. Nothing at Old Mother Brain. I'm hoping Badatmetroid goes up to Alpha PBs instead. Be items we have not seen before. Gwen has apparently decided to take this one Crystal Flash. Oh, that is of course the Brinstar elevator. Never mind. I was getting ahead of myself. Badatmetroid is heading back to Big Pink. Reasonable. This gate glitch is giving Badatmetroid a bit of trouble. Gwen didn't jump before the door. Badatmetroid makes it past the gate. That's a jump. X-ray. X-ray billing maze is a nice find. I know Gwen has been practicing some tricks. We'll see what happens with that. Ooh, speed booster this early is also a nice find. That means that Gwen can go straight over to check Waterway, which will probably be nothing, because if you get speed booster early, why would it give you something else? When you get speed booster late, then there's something at Waterway. The speed booster... Oh, Gwen, you need to turn around and go check Waterway. Alright, fine. I just said it was nothing, so I guess you don't. Badatmetroid going for reverse meme route. Survives, good. Going to pick up that speed booster. Gwen going down Red Tower. Makes sense. Do Meridia on Ice Beam and Zero Tanks. Meridia is less likely to kill you than Phantoon. Yeah, Phantoon with no suit is not a good time. Whereas in Meridia, you can just be very careful not to touch the crabs. Went a little farther than intended, ended up at the elevator. Going into Norfair. Okay, this is good. Gwen can run through Frog Speedway with that speed booster, pick up the item at Bubble Mountain. Is likely to be a tank at Norfair Reserve, that'll be useful. Badatmetroid has picked up X-ray scope, that will be useful if he decides to do any tricks. Croc is reachable but difficult. When you're doing that gate glitch, you have about 2 tries each time you fill up to full energy. So you go over, you shoot a couple missiles, you turn back. Gwen turning off ice so that Gwen does not die during this farm. Gwen is not going to check Bubble Mountain before Croc, so that's interesting. Badatmetroid is going back through meme route. Alright. This is dangerous because these hoppers will kill with 1 hit at his energy. At least there's plenty of power bombs to throw into killing the hoppers. Alright, Gwen makes it into the dangerous Croc fight. Gwen is low enough that a single fireball or claw swipe will kill. Badatmetroid is going to check Waterway. Okay, good. What is that waterway? Nothing. Aww. Well, Gwen made the right choice to skip it. But badatmetroid was also right to check it, because it's right there. And you can check it for once. You don't have speed 2 hours later when you've long since given up hope on Waterway. Meanwhile, Gwen is going to show us what is at Croc PBs. The Croc tank item is extremely difficult to check at this point. Since the acid would kill, you'd have to jump over there without touching the acid, and then spark back. This tank makes it so that Gwen can reach the item, but still have extreme difficulty getting back. If there's a second takedown here, then Gwen can get the item and get back. Badatmetroid is into the Wavegate tank room, picks up Spazer. More missiles for Gwen. Badatmetroid taking this carefully because the big hopper is enough to kill. The Varia suit at grapple. That is big news for Gwen, because now Gwen can do all of Upper Norfair and pick up whatever wonderful things are here. Wow. Betting on Croc pays off. And if Gwen finds just, say, 1 or 2 more tanks, it'd be really good to just go into Lower Norfair. Finish off Ridley early. Gwen taking a save before checking the Croc tank item. With that Varia, not really necessary. But since you have Varia, you want to lock it in, and if you take any unfortunate death later, you don't want to risk losing it. A reserve tank. That is a very nice find for Gwen. Let's see if she puts it to use later. Meanwhile, badatmetroid is picking up his nothing all over Edikun's area. Got a power bomb at Bubble Mountain. That'll be useless actually at this point. We have ice, so there's no crystal flash clip. We have Varia, so there's no crystal flashing in Lower Norfair, so no more picking up power bombs. If you see one, dodge it. Of course, you still want ammo, so you'll be face checking at most of the ammo positions. another reserve tank and a grapple at Norfair Reserve. So that's pretty much the easiest Murder you can have. Looks like Badatmetroid is heading back to Red Tower to head down. Hopefully Badatmetroid is able to catch up. This Mission Impossible check is kind of dangerous since one hit in here will kill. Alright, past the first hopper. Alright. Safe method for the second hopper. And resets out of the missile. Had a save back in green shaft, so this is not a problem. Gwen collecting a power bomb. And a nothing at speed booster. Badatmetroid heading up the elevator into Criteria. Gwen wants to farm a little bit after speed, but doesn't get the supers. I guess the bugs were not feeling generous today. A second E-tank at wave missiles. Alright, this is good. 2 E-tanks plus 2 R-tanks. 3 E-tanks plus 2 R-tanks. The removed items are Screw Attack, Plasma, Gravity Suit, probably Wave Beam. I'm gonna guess that Wave has been removed from this seed. And then there's the ammo that has been removed. A normal seed will have 66 ammo packs, whereas this only has 42 ammo packs. Our final ammo, if they pick up all ammo, which they are not, will be 90, 60, 60. 90 missiles, 60 supers, and 60 power bombs. Gwen has excellent energy to go straight into Lower Norfair and kill Ridley. But apparently wants to take a save first. Badatmetroid has collected Ice Beam from Bomb Torizo. Alcatraz being a little bit of trouble. With high jump boots, it's a little tighter. It's always fine to just go up the right side and use your power bomb because you're going to the landing site next anyway. When heading into Lava Dive, let's see how they set this up. Going to just roll in. This is a fairly safe strat. You roll back out. That's a very safe thing to do. Turning off Speed Booster. That's very odd. Gwen gets through the lava dive with no problems at all. Badatmetroid has finished checking Old Mother Brain and is going to head back up. But is going to check Climb Supers first. Does not have enough tanks. You need at least one tank to reach Climb Supers. So it's nothing. So there's nothing to pick up there anyway. Won't miss it. But it's good to know since you have speed and you're right here anyway. When heading left to get the front door item from GT. This is often a good item, but when you already have all the good items, it's kind of not going to be so good. Don't swim that much, Gwen. You're going to die. The only helpful items that GT could have here are space jump and a tank. Ammo's kind of nice. You kind of do want all the super stills when you get to Mother Brain without charge. That tank is a nice refill. Yeah, the tanks are nice to have. They make it less likely to die to the Desquitas when you're down in Lower Warfare. It'd be nice for getting past the key hunters when you're leaving. I'm going to be doing some safe spot strategies and then firing off missiles so that GT only does this egg attack. Unfortunately, the last super knocked Gwen out of position. Ouch. And it's kind of hard to get back into position. Oh no. Badatmetroid is showing us Gauntlet, which Gwen did not go back for. Middle of Gauntlet is just a missile pack. Alright. Gwen decides not to go through the front door of GT again. Badatmetroid saved before Gauntlet, so this is not a loss. Gwen going to check the screw attack item. Justifiable if you've decided to fight GT, commit to it. Badatmetroid showing us criteria PBs. What will this be? Since speed unlocked this could easily be something nice. Ooh, bombs at screw attack. That's nothing at criteria PBs. Spike is a fine way to get back to the ship. Let's see if Gwen does this jump from the doorway to get up. Nope, just going to do the bomb jump. If you open the door to the refill room and stand in it at just the right position, run just a little bit, jump off the edge, you can wall jump up here if you have speed and high jump. Badatmetroid is going in to check moat. Waiting for the block to respawn to get more runway. Just missiles in the moat. Gwen charging a spark for the pillars room. The safe way to do worst room in the game. Just burn all of your supers into the pirates. Meanwhile, Badatmetroid is going across the ocean to get into Rex Ship and see what Rex Ship has for us today. Gwen finds a tank at the 3 Strange Circles room. And we're into Amphitheater. Ooh, that's not a good place to land. Gwen is in trouble. Gwen is in very bad trouble. Gwen is going to be reset to the elevator. I expect Gwen to go back for the bombs at Screw Attack a second time, because bombs are a nice item to have. Meanwhile, Badatmetroid has headed into the Phantoon fight. The Phantoon deals 40 damage with every attack, so 3 attacks and Badatmetroid will be dead. This is a difficult fight, but not impossible and not out of logic. There are plenty of Hardway to Hell seeds that will require you to do this. Bam picked up that big energy, putting him at 99, so no more energy drops will spawn until Badatmetroid takes damage. Gwen decided not to go back for those bombs. Metroid takes kind of a safe strat of just pump some missiles into Phantoon when he's far away so that he doesn't fly around too much. Metroid taking this Phantoon fight very safe and staying alive. Good. Gwen going back for the tank at the 3 Circles room, which is going to be a very, very necessary refill. That power bomb was bad, because that blew out all the blocks that you wanted to walk on. Fell through the crumbles. Going to have to go down and run through the Desquitas down here. Gwen died in Amphitheater and lost the bombs and decided not to go back for them. Ooh, did not have Speed Booster on. Oh, that's unfortunate. If Gwen had had Speed Booster on, they could have run through the Desquitas with only that one hit. Badatmetroid continues to make progress on Phantoon. When you play the fight safe, it's long, but you don't die. And not dying is the important part. And Phantoon is dead. First try, suitless Phantoon for Badatmetroid. Good work. Gwen decided to reset after that mishap to get all the energy back, rather than lose more energy and ammo going through worst room in the game another time. Some supers are right supers for Badatmetroid. Useful to have. Badatmetroid taking a save before heading up to attic or to the wreck ship E-tank room. The key hunters in the attic will do 60 damage and the atomics will deal 40 damage, making this extremely dangerous on no suits and no tanks. Gwen deciding to skip the tank and just head straight into amphitheater. Lands in the right spot. Alright. Alright, Gwen has made it through amphitheater, and Badatmetroid has made it through the spiky death room. Neither of them took a hit. Badatmetroid turns off the high jump boots for collecting the wreck ship E-tank item. Turning off high jump boots makes it much easier. I missed what Gwen just picked up at Fireflies. Badatmetroid gets another super pack and is going to want to keep it. Because when you don't know where you'll find Charge Beam, you kind of want to keep all of your supers. Alright, let's see Badatmetroid go back across Spiky Death Room while Gwen goes down through the Key Hunter stairs. That's a very good Spiky Death Room strat. No damage again for Badatmetroid. Gwen heads into the wasteland, where the Death Eagles will deal 80 damage with the Varia suit. And you're practically guaranteed to take at least one hit here. Ooh. Got a big jump from the other one. There's one hit. If this is a tank back here, that's very good. If it's not a tank, ooh, nice tank. Gwen power bomb to hitbox through the Death Eagles while they have iframes. Alright, Badatmetroid. Ooh, takes a Key Hunter hit right at the top of attic. You don't have the energy to spark across the room, so just be careful, take it slow. Badatmetroid gets through attic, has 79 energy left, which is good. Ow. Those work robots kind of hurt a little bit when you have no tanks, no suits. Just taking it safe and not trying to glitch through the robots. If Badatmetroid takes Key Hunter hit, he will die here. So just take it safe, go slow, don't die. Nice dodging. Alright, now there's one Key Hunter left to dodge. Ouch! Still alive though. Just barely. 4 energy. Choosing not to go peek at the wreck ship reserve item. Oh, Badatmetroid still has high jump turned off. Gwen farmed up before Ridley with only 25 supers. Gwen will need to also hit with 30 missiles. And whatever they miss, Gwen can supplement with power bombs. More than enough power bombs to make up for any misses. Metroid farmed up some energy. We're going back to collect items. We'll see if Metroid collects the sky item. Just power bombs up in the sky, and Gwen has killed Ridley. Metroid is now going back to check the wreck ship reserve item. And there's Charge Beam behind Ridley. Gwen has a very decisive lead, having the suit, the Charge Beam. And Ridley dead. Metroid cannot go across bowling with no suit and no tank. And so is choosing to leave the wrecked ship. Gwen is back in the wasteland and will be heading out. Soon we'll be facing the true boss of Lower Norfair, the Key Hunter Stairs. 93 energy is pretty low. Going to have to tap into that reserve tank. Because if a Key Hunter hits and it triggers the reserves, you will take 2 hits. Because the reserves will take longer than the iframes. Good, hit the reserves now so that you can take the hits and survive and not take a double hit. Metroid takes a hit from the hoppers, beta PBs. Finds nothing. Alright, Gwen gets past the Key Hunter Stairs with only 1 hit taken. Hopefully there's a tank to make it easier for Gwen to get past the 3 Musketeers. There is a tank in jail. Is it worth the time to get it, rather than killing the 3 Musketeers with Ice and Spacer? There's a tank at Hotarubi, so not worth going to the jail tank. Just head out of Lower Norfair, you've got everything you really care about. And another tank at 3 Musketeers, so Gwen is set to just go through these Key Hunters. Dodges the first one, takes hit from the second and third ones, and is out of Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Metroid is heading down Red Tower. We'll see when he remembers to turn high jump boots back on. Gwen decides to stop here to refill supers before heading into Meridia. Good choice. Spot-twin goes a lot faster when you have full supers. Charge beam was behind Ridley. Both players in the Frog Speedway at the same time. Badatmetroid is now into Bubble Mountain, sees the power bombs, decides to go for those before anything else, or decides they aren't really helpful. Alright. Badatmetroid goes to the door for a reserve, which was nothing in the front, and a reserve and grapple in the back. We'll see when Badatmetroid has the tanks to get that. When heading into Meridia without blues, it's a choice I do not agree with. Kills the crab, but then decides that was a mistake and resets the room. Was that a first try gate glitch from Badatmetroid? Kinda looked like it. These parts will kill you if you touch them in this health, so be careful not to. Gwen trying to do a left side fish and crab combo, which could have worked, but it's kind of difficult to get into that one tile gap. Badatmetroid makes it into Croc's room, also at near death. And we have a nice Croc fight from Badatmetroid. Croc is dead. Gwen froze the crab in the right spot and got onto the fish. Alright, alright. Oof. Crab took one more hit to freeze than expected. Luckily, Gwen has the tanks for it. Oh, killed the fish. Now Gwen has to reset the room. Badatmetroid going to collect Croc PV's item, which is the first D-tank for Badatmetroid. Very nice thing to find. Gwen didn't quite get onto the fish, and now it's free of its frozen prison. Badatmetroid heading into the cosine room. Fairly dangerous. Gwen barely freezes the crab in time to get up onto it. A little bit later, and Gwen would have had to wait for it to go around and be on the floor. Ooh, takes another fish hit. This fish hurt. Gwen doing the standard easy Everest crossing with grapple. No problems here. Badatmetroid is into the grapple room and gets the Varia suit. He realizes he's probably pretty far behind. Gwen taking a save before heading up to Batoon. An hour ago, the players started here in this aqueduct. Now they are finally returned. Gwen gets grappled just up to Batoon. Going to have an easy time with this ice clip. Everybody else has to suit this crystal flash clip to Batoon, but Gwen gets to just use ice beam. Badatmetroid heading back to clear Bubble Mountain. Badatmetroid heading for speed before heading for Norfair Reserve. Batoon dead for Gwen. We saw before that speed is just a powerbomb pack and a nothing. Badatmetroid stopped a little bit too soon and fell into the pit. Spring ball for Gwen. Batoon always has something nice. That spring ball means that Gwen does not have to do the crystal flash exit out of Dragon. You can just kill Dragon real fast, use grapple to escape, and then spring ball through the precious room. Choosing to refill supers first anyway. Badatmetroid picks up an energy tank. And another energy tank at Wave. Currently on 3 energy tanks in Varia. Meanwhile, Gwen crosses Coliseum with probably the easiest Coliseum crossing we've seen so far in the tournament because there's grapple. No save before Dragon. Gwen is confident in this Dragon fight and will not die. Oh, Gwen is turning back to save after collecting the precious room item. Must have fallen down by accident. Metroid picks up the grapple in the reserve tank at Norfair Reserve. Gwen is actually damaging down before the Dragon fight to set up for the Crystal Flash. Gwen carefully arranges reserve tanks so the reserves contain less than 50 energy, so that during the fight, Gwen can take damage from Dragon, have the reserves auto-trigger, and be in perfect Crystal Flash range. Taking a couple turret hits before killing the turrets because, why not? Gwen lets Dragon pick her up and deal damage a couple of times. Loading missiles in during the swoops. Alright. Meanwhile, badatmetroid heads over to Lava Dive. Gwen gets a goop immediately after hitting Crest Flash Ring, so that's good. Badatmetroid also using the roll-in method for Lava Dive. Gwen converted the spark suit to a blue suit, but did not get the grapple kill. Blue suit will destroy any goop, so Gwen cannot get picked up again. Gwen will have to finish this fight with ammo and charge beam shots. Meanwhile, badatmetroid has made it through Lava Dive with no problems. Let's see if badatmetroid goes to check GT. Metroid is not checking GT, at least not through the front. See if he goes through the back. Now Gwen has to be careful to not turn around during the swoop from Dragon, because when you turn around, you're not moving forward, and you lose the iframes that blue suit gives. Badatmetroid gate glitching to check GT from the back. I wonder if Gwen has forgotten that charge beam. Ow. These Dragon hits deal 80 damage. You want to be moving when Dragon swoops through. Badatmetroid heading in to fight Golden Torso. It's just a couple of tanks in this room. We'll see if he decides to keep them. Badatmetroid decides to reset out of the Golden Torso fight, figures it's not worth the tank. Dragon is still giving Gwen trouble. You really need to be moving. You want to be on the ground and moving when Dragon swoops by, or you just have a bad time. Badatmetroid deciding not to go back toward the GT tank, just heading straight into Pillar's room. Trying to stay out of the acid. Gwen needs to remember that charge beam, because the charge beam is the best thing to be using when you've run out of ammo. Ooh, Badatmetroid takes bad hits in the worst room in the game and dies. If Gwen takes another hit from Dragon, that will be a death. Gwen has remembered the charge beam and is now using it. Powerbombing the Goop is bad when we need to farm, because Goop will not drop anything even when powerbombed. Badatmetroid having some troubles in the Pillar's room. Dragon is finally dead for Gwen. That was a very close fight. Let's see if Gwen decides to check the item behind Dragon. Hey, it's an energy tank. You want to take that. It's a nice refill. It gives you more energy to spend on the grapple jumps. Or spark into the wall. Luckily, Gwen knows how to springball jump and can use the springball jump for the precious room. Badatmetroid is at the top of the worst room in the game. Going to check the mouse room. Let's see if Badatmetroid can get out with this tank. Badatmetroid gets out with the tank. Alright, this amphitheater's going good. You want to shoot the pirates so that they flinch instead of shooting at you. Alright, Badatmetroid only takes one hit in the amphitheater. And he decides to head straight down the Key Hunter stairs before checking Fireflies. Good choice, because we'll have to go through Fireflies later anyway. Taking the safe route of killing the Key Hunters with Ice and Spazer. Takes a hit from the second one, well, from the third one, after dodging the second. Gwen headed back across Coliseum. Ooh, Gwen fell in the sand and sank. You gotta do a crouch jump off the spikes and then do some spin jumps. Looks like Gwen knows what to do, but is Having a bit of trouble getting into the pattern. I believe Gwen did save after Dragon, so... This is not too terrible of a loss. Decides to just give up and reset to that save. When you have Ice Beam in that situation, you can actually freeze a Metroid and use the Metroid to help you climb out of the sand faster. Because when you press against a frozen enemy, it pushes you up 1 pixel. So you rise faster when you have a Metroid to press against. Gwen makes it out of Coliseum. Badatmetroid is farming up supers before fighting Ridley. Since Ridley has Charge Beam, you kinda want all the supers. Badatmetroid heads into the fight with 38 supers. This will be plenty. Gwen decided to grapple jump to the top of Aqueduct instead of doing the wall jumps at the bottom. Badatmetroid having a bit of trouble with Ridley. Took some damage, got carried around a bit. Should still be fine. Looks like Ridley is not quite dead yet. Oh, Ridley's dead, and Badatmetroid has 6 energy left. Kinda close there. Badatmetroid collects Charge Beam. Gwen did a nice grapple jump through Red Fish Room, but didn't quite get onto the ledge. I don't think that's what we normally mean by tickle the fish. Supers kill it. Grapple is what's used to tickle the fish. All Gwen has left is Fantoon. Badatmetroid deciding to farm up energy and supers before heading back through Wasteland and the Key Hunters. Good choice. Gwen picks up the missiles, but then falls in the water afterwards. Ouch, Badatmetroid took some damage from the ninjas. Going to have some trouble getting back to Fireflies on this energy. Wreck Ship had a couple of super packs. And they didn't really need supers because charge was easy to get and, you know, had fire for lower warfare. Looks like Gwen is going to look around for some more ammo on the wreck ship. Badatmetroid taking the save at the Key Hunter stairs. We'll see how he does on the Key Hunter dodge afterwards. Ouch. Time to hit that reserve tank so that you don't instantly die on the next hit. Ouch. Fortunately, Badatmetroid will be collecting the energy tank at Horubi. "64 energy is not great for going up Firefly's room." Badatmetroid taking a flame hit to do a crystal flash to refill energy. Alright. Makes this trip up Firefly safe. Badatmetroid checking jail. We'll see if he ever goes back for that energy tank. I think he will not. Meanwhile, Gwen has a much easier Phantom than Badatmetroid did. With plenty of tanks and the Vari suit, Phantom is not a threat. And Phantom is dead. Now Gwen just runs the tutorial and finishes the game. Badatmetroid going through the Key Hunters and 3 Musketeers. Took 5 hits. Not too much of a problem when you have 7 tanks. Keeps selecting too far because he's on 0 supers and misses the power bombs. Gwen turning Spring Ball back on to do this jump and wreck ship. Taking a quick peek at left supers. It's a powerbomb pack. You don't need a powerbomb pack. Badatmetroid opting to go back through Cathedral to check the Cathedral item. Gwen skipped this check. Never looked at it. It's another energy tank. Alright. And Badatmetroid is going to pick this up, it looks like. Gwen remembers that there was a super and a missile pack in the back of Comet, and decides to go back for them at the very end of the game. Badatmetroid is finding nothing at Ice Beam. Badatmetroid gets out of Crumble Shaft with the power bombs. Meanwhile, Gwen is going to be entering Torian on 60 missiles and 30 supers. With Charge Beam, that's plenty of ammo. Without Charge Beam, that'd not be something. Gwen got grabbed by the Metroid and didn't go back for those bombs, so we'll have to just powerbomb these Metroids now. Meanwhile, Badatmetroid going for the old traditional use a super to knock the crab down method. Except he killed the crab. Gwen gets grabbed again. Looks like Badatmetroid is heading to Mini Crate Hallway to refill supers. Figures he wants more supers for the main street climb. Meanwhile, Gwen is into the baby room and has elected to damage down. So will Gwen decide to save? Yep. Gwen is taking the save before fighting Mother Brain. Gwen gets through the Zeb skip on the second try. Gwen is conserving the supers for Mother Brain's second phase. So after expending all ammo, Gwen will need about 40-ish some odd charge shots. As long as all the ammo hits, it's less than 50 charge shots. That Metroid makes it past the first fish in Main Street. Leaving the second one in good position. Gets the crab. A little bit slow on the execution there. Alright, and Metroid is up Main Street. Just need to freeze this last crab. Took a little bit longer to freeze it, so it wasn't on the ledge up above. We'll have to use it here on the floor. Still works if you down grab and everything. When it's into the catch-up phase, using up those last 15 supers. And Gwen is past Mother Brain. Nothing left to do but sit on the ground. See how badatmetroid deals with this Everest crossing. Slow and safe, no problems there. Almost an hour and 40 minutes in, badatmetroid returns to the room where the game began. Taking the save before heading up to Batoon. Looks like badatmetroid has decided to use the snail to reach the top of the room instead of using grapple jumps. Those grapple jumps take a while to learn, so understandable to not use them. Gwen has a flawless Mother Brain 3, 0 damage from the final stage. badatmetroid is angry to snail in his climb up and falls down. Nicely executed escape for Gwen. Going to be heading into the climb and parlor in just a moment. This race is Vanilla Escape. Badatmetroid makes it up to the top of Aqueduct. He'll be doing his ice clipped bot in just a moment. Gwen is heading down to save the animals. Alright. Didn't quite get the spark off. Alright. GG's to Gwen for finishing in first place. With a... Let's see what his official time is. Let's see, Gwen's official race time is 1 hour, 42 minutes, 39 seconds. And Badatmetroid has decided to forfeit, so I'm going to mark Badatmetroid as forfeit now. Hopefully they'll be getting their invites and joining us. Now we'll get to see where that elusive space jump was, somewhere in the credits. Badatmetroid is going to be joining us in just a moment, as soon as he drags himself up from the join here first. Hello, Badatmetroid. What did you think of this race?
Oh, pretty good. Glad the grapple was in it because I was not ready to do springboard jump.
Yeah, this seemed like pretty easy settings for Meridia. You get a free grapple, you get a free ice, you get a free spring ball.
Yeah, well, because of the settings, you get either free high jump boots or free gravity from the race start. So it was pretty tame. That'd be at least that would be reasonably easy. I did not expect to find gravity, sorry, Varia so soon.
Yeah, Varia down at Crocomire was an interesting find. Gwen actually went there much sooner than you did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you went up to Wreck Ship and did Fantoon with 0 tanks. Gwen turned around and went down to Norfair. And I see Gwen is now in the setup room too. Hello, Gwen. Any thoughts on the race?
Oh, I hated what I did. I just felt like I'd never played that before.
Space Jump was hiding at Plasma. Typical.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed my early Highlands didn't pay off. I was hoping that would give me a bit of a lead on the seed. Because I feel like with this start,
it did pay off. Badatmetroid went up to Wreck Ship, cleared Wreck Ship with 0 tanks.
Yeah, that sucks. That's exactly what I didn't want to do in this one. I was like, I don't want to touch Fantoon if I can help it.
Yeah.
I meant like early checks of ice and crumble shaft. They didn't get me anything.
Yeah, I was wondering what you could actually get out of there. Like, you could get a tank, but it's not too likely. And if it's not a tank, you just have to reset.
I rolled a lot of test seeds, and it was like 1 in every 3 or so there'd be a tank at either crumble shaft or ice. I was tempted to do that, but I had such a bad start that I didn't want to do anything too fancy.
I think it's quite likely because it's health locked, so it's like tanks behind tanks.
Yeah. One mistake badatmetroid made at the beginning was not checking high jump. Went all the way up to Big Pink, collected those 2 items, and then you had to turn around because you had no power bombs.
Yeah, more often in my test seeds, power bombs were in Green Brinstar, but yeah, I think I should have gone down first just in case.
Yeah.
More than anything else, I wish I practiced sandpits more. When I first saw the settings, I tried sandpits twice and got through my first time no problem, and lost a good 10 minutes this race to dying to Evirs.
Yeah. Those Evirs will catch you by surprise.
I think after I got speed, I still wanted to avoid wreck ship. I just thought grid croc, and then I had no north access. All my bosses went awfully. Did you notice? Apart from Midway,
yeah, that was. Yeah, the Ridley was okay, but the Dre was really, really bad.
It was awful. I had a way out to Dragon's room too. I didn't need to do that at all. I don't know what I was thinking. The same with Kraid. I should have just found up a little bit more. Make sure I didn't run out of ammo on Kraid.
Yeah, and the Dragon looked like you weren't too familiar with the blue suit. At first you didn't know that it would destroy the goop, and then later on you kept taking Dragon hits instead of running through.
Yeah, well, I know these things, but it's super hot here. I'm kind of melting. I just think my brain stopped working for a while.
Alright.
I didn't know how that was going to go, but it was a good race. Thank you, badatmetroid.
Yeah, thanks, GG.
GG2.
We have
felt like a really normal
settings for
seed
the
to
next
me.
race, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to look at those.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's look at those right now. Let's see. Fabric Colors is telling us that we have easy mode, which is Mama Turtle split start with major, minor, and progressive suits, and light area rando. We have minimized hell, which is random start, no series. Full area rando, full boss rando. It is the minimizer setting with nerf charge. So if you choose minimized hell and you get to lower North Rail start, you can at least kill the key hunters very slowly. And then we have Evil Eye's Lair, which is the wrecked ship start, and door caller rando. So you start in wrecked ship, you go out, and there's a locked door behind you. Might be some beam. That could be interesting if you're forced to backdoor wreck ship. Well, you can't be forced to backdoor wreck ship in wreck ship start because that's your first item.
Yeah, it was interesting to see what these start locations might do. I found it this start location tend to make a very predictable seed. It seemed like the seeds went the same way very frequently.
The worst wreck ship start that I saw, the players had to leave the wreck ship with no bombs, collect the item from the ocean, and then there was bombs at the moat, and the moat door was wave locked. So if they went through it, they couldn't go back through. They then had to do the CWJ across the moat, go back into wreck ship, and collect a wave beam from spooky missiles. If they didn't do that, they're soft locked for the entire rest of the race. And very easy to run around for an hour and a half and not realize that you're soft locked out. So hopefully that doesn't happen to anyone this year.
I have a good think about which one of these settings I'd like to play. But I think that's all for me for now. I'm happy. I'm going to cool off. So thank you for streaming. Thank you for commentary. And thanks for tracking.
Thanks for putting up a good race. Nice to see you in the next week. Badatmetroid is now out of this tournament no longer has to play these under pressure, but can now play them just for fun.
Oh, yes.
My nightmares have just gotten a lot easier, so no more bad dreams from Hardway to Hell game seeds. Well, GG everyone. Thanks for tracking. Sun, thanks for the commentary, Kai. Look forward to watching the rest of the games.
Alright. I've been your commentator, Kai Zenden. We've had Sun Wu Farmer on tracking, and badatmetroid and Gwen on racing. Please follow the racers if you feel like it. And I will be closing us out now as soon as I find the button.